Okay, everybody, welcome back to Twitch Film Table Reads. We are now going to read our second TV pilot called Cal and Grady, written by Rodney Obsian. I'm sure I butchered that. Sorry, Rodney. But thank you so much for submitting your script. This is an animated comedy. So let's go back to our table readers. Let's see if they're ready.
Minutes ago. Don't go to the lobby now.
Hey
We're back
guys, we are back from the break.
Actually, I remember.
Hi, back from break, and we are live. Hi,
Are we
everybody. Hi.
Oh, no.
Back.
Hi, Dr.
Yes. Hi. Sorry to interrupt whatever that story was, but we are back, and it's time for our second pilot. Cal and Grady and Enderle will be narrating this one. Are you ready, Enderle?
I am.
Okay, let me just...
Anyone has ever been ready for anything.
Okay, let me just press record, and then I'll tell you when you can start. Uno momento, por favor.
You got it.
And take it away, Enderle.
Cal and Grady, pilot. Written by Rodney Oepson. I'm sorry. Interior, Cal, Grady, and Agnes's home. Kitchen, day. Cal, 28, is standing and facing a window to the backyard. Grady, 28, walks in.
Dude, what are you doing?
Look outside. Do you notice anything unusual?
Grady scans the backyard.
You mean that guy lying in the grass?
Bill, 45, black, wearing a suit, is lying face down in the yard.
I was gonna say that there's a yellow frisbee in that tree.
Bro, that's not a yellow frisbee. That's the sun.
Exterior, backyard, day. Cal and Grady stare at Bill.
Hello?
Bill continues to lie face down in the grass. Cal looks at Grady. Grady turns Bill over. Bill doesn't react. Grady shakes Bill. Bill still doesn't react. Cal tickles Bill's armpit.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
Again, Bill shows no reaction. Grady begins to say something to Cal, but he stops. He pauses for a few seconds. He starts again.
Cal, I'm gonna ask you a question. I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but did you kill this guy last night or this morning?
Dude. You know, I'm not a murderer, and you know I'm not racist. So, why would I kill a guy? And why would the guy I killed be black? If I ever killed a guy, he's not going to be black. And he's not going to be dead. Because I'm not a racist or a murderer.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
Agnes, 80, enters the backyard.
Boys, do you know where our whiskey is?
It's where it always is, Agnes. You drank it all.
Yeah, it's like my mother used to say. An apple and 10 shots of whiskey a day, blah, 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 something, something away, etc.
That's some good homespun American wisdom.
Agnes, would you happen to know why there's a dead guy in our backyard?
No, but if black people gonna start moving into this neighborhood, then I'm moving out.
This guy isn't moving into the neighborhood. He's dead in the neighborhood. Did you kill him?
Certainly not.
But one of the three of us, you're one who's racist.
But I'm not a murderer. I don't want blacks to die. I want blacks to live in Africa.
Dude, you know what? Let's do that CSI thing where you figured out how someone died.
All right. How do we do that?
Well, first we need to analyze the crime scene and collect all the relevant semen.
He takes 2 rubber gloves out of his pocket and puts them on.
I don't think there's any relevant semen.
Boys, if we want to investigate a crime, we need to do what Sergeant Friday, dun, 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 used to do on Dragnet. Dun,
Are you saying Joe Friday didn't collect the relevant semen?
He collected the relevant facts.
Yeah, facts. Let's do this. Okay, fact 1, this guy is dead.
Fact 2, he's in our backyard.
Fact 3, he's black.
Fact 4, I didn't kill him.
Fact 5, I didn't kill him.
Fact 6, I didn't kill him.
Okay, case closed. I'm gonna go inside and eat some Fruit Loops.
Cal starts walking towards the door.
Wait, I don't think we're done with this CSI Dragnet stuff.
Yeah, we need to investigate some more to see if this black guy stole our TV.
He's dead, Agnes. Dead people don't steal stuff.
Even if he's black?
Yes. Now, let's do more facts. So, like, do any of you remember seeing this guy in our backyard yesterday?
No. I'm always checking for minorities in our yard, and I definitely didn't see this one yesterday.
Well, maybe this guy was a non-minority in our yard yesterday.
What the hell are you talking about?
Like, maybe yesterday he was some white guy in our yard, and then he fell asleep, and then this morning the sun gave him a really black tan, and it made him African American, and it also killed him.
Dude, don't be stupid. It takes a month for a white guy to get an African American tan.
I think it takes longer than that.
Maybe this case is, outside our investigatory jurisdictive deductory acumeness.
Maybe we should, like, call the cops. Call the cops. I'm gonna go inside and eat Fruit Loops.
Cal takes out his phone. Grady goes inside.
Yeah, there's a dead guy in our backyard, and, we didn't kill him, so, yeah. Can you come pick him up?
Interior, police station interrogation room. Day. Cal, Grady, and Agnes are seated. 2 detectives, male, 45, are standing in front of them. Cal is still wearing the rubber gloves from the previous scene.
What are your names?
Agnes Watson.
Grady Kmart.
Cal Regan.
He takes a can of beer out of his pocket and drinks for a few seconds.
You're not supposed to drink in here.
Why not?
Because you're not.
I'm pretty thirsty.
Stop drinking that damn beer.
By the way, why are you wearing gloves?
I didn't want to contaminate the DNA.
What DNA?
CSI.
I see. Let's just first things first. How do you 3 know each other?
Well, we work together, and we live together, and me and Cal work together.
What do you do?
We're Matthew McConaughey's pool cleaners.
Excuse me?
The guy, Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
Yeah, we clean his pool.
And you're the grandmother of one of these guys?
No. I have 3 grandsons. They don't live with me, and they're not pool cleaners. They make a lot of money, but just so we're clear, they're not Jews. Absolutely not. They're 100% non-Jew. In fact, every week I send them a bottle of motor oil, and I tell them to rub it on their bodies in order to protect against Jew wizardry. Damn Jews. I also don't like the blacks or the Saudi Arabians.
I see. I mean, how do you know these 2 guys?
They live at my home, and they pay me $25 a month in rent.
Yeah, because Agnes believes in 1964 prices.
Sure do. 1964, the good old days, before that troublemaker Martin Luther King started making trouble. Damn blacks, damn Jews, damn Saudi Arabians.
Agnes, you should be more appreciative of Martin Luther King. If it weren't for him, getting on the Santa Maria and discovering America, there would be no America. We'd be living in Canada.
Bro, let me give you a little history lesson. Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492. As for Martin Luther King, he's the guy who ended slavery in 1992.
I don't know, dude. That doesn't sound historically accurate. Is that historically accurate?
We don't give a shit what's historically accurate, except when it comes to the history of you guys and Bill O'Donnell.
Bill who now?
The dead guy. We want to know how he ended up in your backyard.
We don't know.
Let's make this multiple choice. A, the Tooth Fairy put Bill O'Donnell in your backyard. Or B, one of you killed him. A or B?
Dude, I'd like to buy a vowel.
Answer the question!
Listen, bro, you need to slow your roll. Like I said, the only thing we know about this guy is how we found him in our backyard.
And he's black.
And he's dead.
And he's not white.
And he wasn't on the Santa Maria.
Shut your damn mouth!
Let me handle this. So let's just say that one of you, or two of you, or all three of you killed Bill O'Donnell. Now, why don't you go ahead and describe the murder? How did you kill him?
Well, could you give us multiple choice?
Just think. How did you kill Bill O'Donnell?
Hold the phone. This is the part where we're supposed to ask for a lawyer.
Hal drinks some more of his beer.
Let me get a lawyer.
Get the fuck out of here!
Interior, police station, miscellaneous room, day. Cal, Grady, and Agnes are seated at a table with their lawyer, male, 40.
Okay, I'm your court-appointed attorney.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Excuse me.
The words you said, I didn't understand them. What they mean?
They mean I'm your lawyer.
How much do we have to pay you?
Nothing.
Shit, you must be a pretty shitty lawyer.
Here's the best way to see if this guy's a good lawyer. Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
He's a good lawyer. Jews are good lawyers, damn Jews. I also don't care for blacks and Saudi Arabians.
Okay, let's try to focus on this case.
What case?
The murder of Bill O'Donnell. This is going to be the biggest trial of the year.
Why?
Because Bill O'Donnell is the Secretary of State.
The state has a secretary?
Of course the state has a secretary. I mean, who else is going to make coffee for the governor?
The Secretary of State isn't a secretary, he's a politician.
Politician? Is he the president?
No, he's the Secretary of State.
The state has a secretary?
Interior, prison cell, day. Cal and Grady are in a prison cell containing a bunk bed.
So, who gets the top bunk?
I don't know.
You know what we should do? Take the mattresses and sheets and use all of them to build a fort.
Dude, can we please talk about our murder trial?
Are you saying you don't want to build a fort?
Of course I don't want to build a fort. I mean, of course I do want to build a fort. That's a great idea. But we also need to put together a legal strategy for our trial.
I have an idea. Forensics.
What about forensics?
Like testimony.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm just brainstorming ideas, man.
All you've done so far is say the words forensics and testimony.
They're both legal words. I'm exploring legal angles. Forensics, testimony, relevant semen, crime scene, attorney, evidence, alibi.
Alibi. We can use that. Good work, bro. Let's do the alibi thing. We'll talk about where we were when that murder took place.
Right. 'Cause, like, If we were in Australia last night, then how could we have killed that guy? He wasn't in Australia.
Neither were we.
That's true. Maybe we did kill him.
You know what? Forget alibis.
Right. Let's do some more brainstorming. Okay, jury, gavel, the whole trial is out of order. Objection. Nothing but the truth. Al Pacino. Exhibit.
Interior prison visitation room. Day. Grady is seated on one side of the glass, and Brittany, 28, is seated on the other.
So, what's going on?
Well, I was watching Inside Edition today, and guess what they did a story on?
A kitten who can, I don't know, play the xylophone?
No, well, yes, but before that, they did a story on how you killed the Secretary of State.
What song did the kitten play?
Chopsticks.
Brittany. I didn't kill that guy.
Grady, chicken or beef?
What?
What are we going to serve at our wedding?
I'm waiting for my murder trial, okay? I'm not going to talk about what we're going to serve at our wedding.
Fine. Let's talk about when we're going to get our wedding date set.
I already told you, July 5th. We're going to set a date for when we're going to set a date for our wedding.
So we're still 3 degrees removed from actually setting a wedding date?
Brittany, if you keep on talking about the wedding, I'm going to go plead guilty and start doing 25 to life.
Fine. What do you want to talk about?
Well, first of all, I want you to take a picture of me and then post it on my Facebook profile. Prison photos are freaking badass. Oh, and under the picture, I want you to write the words, not guilty of murder. Actually, no. Write guilty of murder. I mean, guilty of murder sounds way more badass than not guilty of murder.
Fine. What's your Facebook password?
I'm not going to give you my Facebook password.
Why? It's because women message you on Facebook? You're hooking up with hoes through Facebook, aren't you?
Can we please just talk about my upcoming murder trial?
Fine. What's your alibi?
Alibis are overrated. We have a different legal strategy.
In another section of the room, Cal is seated on one side of the glass, and Matthew McConaughey is shirtless and seated on the other side.
So, what brings you here, Matthew McConaughey?
Well, I noticed that you and Grady didn't clean my pool today.
Yeah, you're busy. You know, getting charged with homicide.
Right. Yeah. I heard about that on Inside Edition. You know, I can represent you guys in this case. I mean, played a lawyer in A Time to Kill, and I played a lawyer in Lincoln's Lawyer. It's like I'm a double lawyer. It's like I'm a second-degree black belt lawyer.
But, have you ever, passed the bar?
Even better. I've won an Academy Award. You want some pork and beans? Interior. Court. Day. An arraignment is about to begin. Cal, Grady, Agnes, and the lawyer are seated in the defendant's section. A judge, male, 55, is present.
All right, guys, this is the arraignment. There's not much to it. We just plead not guilty, and then you go back to jail and wait for the trial.
Plead? Let me tell you something, bro. I ain't no bitch. Pleading sounds like something that's for bitches.
Pleading is just a legal term.
I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't plead.
I heard something about how some woman named Martha pleaded not guilty to something.
Martha? Bro, I'm not going to do something that some woman named Martha did. I'm not some bitch who pleads not guilty to stuff.
Grady, please just listen to the Jew lawyer.
Yeah, Grady, listen to the Jew lawyer. Pleading not guilty is not for bitches.
Prove it.
You know Tony Montana?
Of course I know Tony Montana. I've seen Scarface 473 times.
Tony Montana pleaded not guilty to tax evasion.
Oh, well, I guess it's not for bitches. Okay, fine. Let's do this trial thing. We're gonna go to war. We're gonna eat that judge for breakfast.
The bailiff enters.
All rise.
Dude, here's basically what it comes down to. Let me break down our judicials so you can jurisprudence that this whole court is out of order. Cause we didn't kill that guy. Basically, here's the rundown. Last week, I was eating a cheese sandwich, and then the ice cream truck drove by our house, and I ordered an Eskimo pie. And then,
Sir, this isn't a trial. It's an arraignment.
what do you mean?
This is just a preliminary.
Bro, stop talking for a second. Now, let me show you Exhibit A of our defense that we came up with yesterday. So, yeah, here's Exhibit A. This pen.
This is not the trial. And also, how the hell is that pen Exhibit A?
Because, I mean, like, how could we have used this pen to kill someone? It's not sharp enough for that. Let me show you.
He uses the pen to stab the lawyer in the arm.
What the fuck? Are you crazy?
You see that, Judge? Even if we stabbed the secretary with this pen, we didn't kill him with this pen.
Yeah, we stabbed him with a pen, but we killed him with something else.
No, we didn't kill him with anything.
Are you saying we killed him with our bare hands?
Oh, no, I am saying we didn't kill him at all.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, we didn't kill him at all. And even if we did kill him, we didn't use a pen to do it. We used something else. Or our bare hands.
Yes, I see. Very good. Thank you for that. But if we can just finish the proceedings of this arraignment.
Exhibit B. This rope. We couldn't have used this rope to strangle the secretary. I mean, look at it.
He wraps the rope around the lawyer's neck and squeezes.
Oh,
Cal releases the rope.
See, this lawyer is still alive and breathing.
Cal once again wraps the rope around the lawyer's neck and squeezes. Grady pulls the rope off of the lawyer's neck.
Dude, that's not really the right exhibit. I mean, theoretically, you could kill someone with a rope. How did you get a rope anyway?
Oh, I bought it in jail from Ramon for 10 cartons of cigarettes and 10 grams of crack.
Gentlemen, please sit down. Shut your damn mouths and stop stabbing and strangling your lawyer.
yeah, guys, listen to the judge.
Bro, we're not paying you to parrot whatever the judge says.
You're not paying me anything.
But I think Grady's basic point is valid. You know, if you want to lawyer our case, you need to say stuff that the judge isn't saying, like chicken McNuggets.
Why the hell would I say chicken McNuggets?
Because Exhibit C.
Cal takes 6 chicken McNuggets out of his pocket and starts eating them.
We couldn't have used chicken McNuggets to kill anyone.
Stop presenting exhibits!
Dennis, 55, is seated in the courtroom. He starts clapping his hands and chanting.
Defense, defense, defense.
Dad, what are you doing?
I'm rooting for your side. Your side's on defense right now. Therefore, defense, defense, defense.
No more chanting in this court!
Bro, no offense, but it's kind of douchey when you slam that thing. Plus, you also kind of dress like a douchebag. Because I mean, like, if you wear a robe outside your house and you're not, I don't know, doing karate, that means you're a douchebag.
I'm wearing a robe because this is a court of law. I'm presiding over a murder arraignment.
Matthew McConaughey is seated in the court and still shirtless. Congratulations. Now fuck off and go back to your bed.
Good job, Matthew McConaughey.
Defense!
Defense.
Defense! Defense!
Order in the court!
I'll have an order of chicken McNuggets.
And I'll have a can of pork and beans.
This isn't a restaurant. It's a murder arraignment.
Murder? What murder?
You guys murdered Bill O'Donnell.
Objection, Your Honor. They allegedly murdered Bill O'Donnell.
Allegedly my ass!
Good point. Objection overruled.
May I say something, please?
No, this isn't the trial. It's the arraignment.
Well, I'm not familiar with all of your legal terms. I'm not a Jew lawyer like this Jew lawyer. Now, let me just say this. I think all black people should go back to Africa.
The judge slams his gavel.
Stop slamming that gavel, you douchebag. Now, like I was saying, I think all black people should go back to Africa, which means I'm not guilty.
How does that mean you're not guilty?
Because I'm not the type of person to kill a black man. I'm the type of person to give a black man a one-way ticket to Nigeria. And I'd also tell the airline to substitute his meal with one watermelon and a pitcher of Kool-Aid.
Excuse me?
I support the United Negro College Fund because I want Negroes to educate themselves so that they can figure out how to go back to Africa.
Furthermore, let's not forget about Exhibit B. I mean, do you think Agnes could take this rope and strangle someone like this? No.
Damn it, Cal. I said stop strangling that guy. Just keep on eating McNuggets.
I'm out of McNuggets. That's why I ordered them in the court.
I ordered pork and beans.
Your Honor, I think what my clients are trying to say is that they plead guilty. They did, in fact, murder the Secretary of State.
You're out of order. This whole court is out of order. Your Honor, let me explain the whole thing. You see, there is this dead guy in our yard, so I put on my rubber gloves.
The judge slams his gavel.
Douchebag, douchebag, douchebag.
Shut up. Now, I'm only going to say this one more time. This is an arraignment. You three are the defendants. All you're supposed to do is plead guilty or not guilty. That's it. If you want to stab or choke your lawyer, you're going to have to do it during the actual trial. Okay? Now, how do the defendants plea?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Okay, great. Now we'll schedule the trial.
A court officer walks in.
Your Honor, some investigators just analyzed the forensics from the murder scene, and it turns out that Jim Carrey murdered the Secretary of State.
Wait, what forensics did you analyze?
The semen at the crime scene matches Jim Carrey's semen.
What? How the hell did the investigators match the semen with Jim Carrey's?
You know how it is. Every time we find semen at a crime scene, we check to see if it's Jim Carrey's. And sometimes it is. Jim Carrey just confessed to killing the Secretary of State and dumping the body in the defendant's backyard.
Alrighty then. The judge slams his gavel. Douchebag.
I'm not a douchebag. Now, I find the defendants guilty of pissing me off, but it looks like they're not guilty of murder. You three are free to go.
Everyone reacts.
You mean we won the case?
Well, no. I'd say you lost a case, but you were acquitted anyway because someone else committed the crime.
So you're gonna put Jim Carrey in prison?
Well, no. Jim Carrey has diplomatic immunity.
Exhibit G. A coupon for 75 cents off a bottle of Hunt's barbecue sauce.
Dude, no more exhibits. We got acquitted.
Yeah, that means we got away with murder.
No, it doesn't.
Well, the point is, we're such good lawyers that we could get away with murder.
That's true.
Cal takes out his rope and starts strangling the lawyer. Exterior, Matthew McConaughey's backyard. Day. Cal and Grady are using nets to clean a pool.
Dude, the next time we're on trial for murder, maybe we can request, to have Judge Judy as our judge.
What are you talking about? Judge Judy doesn't do that kind of stuff. She only handles interesting cases, like ones involving a stolen squeegee.
Well, whatever. Forget Judge Judy. I'd rather be on Cops or Jeopardy.
We've already been on Cops. Like, remember that whole thing with the trail mix and the surfboard and that guy who looked like Hulk Hogan?
Right. Yeah. I mean, anytime you got trail mix and a surfboard and a guy who looks like Hogan, you know some crazy stuff is going down.
No doubt. Plus, that Korean woman had a potato in her purse.
Yeah, exactly.
Matthew McConaughey walks towards them, wearing swimming trunks and holding a towel. Hey guys, is my pool clean yet?
5 more minutes, bro.
All right then.
The
end.
end. All right.
That was so wrong, but it's so funny.
And the world weeps.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, cool. So thank you, Rodney, so much for submitting this script. Again, just a reminder, this was an animated comedy TV pilot called Cal and Grady. So now we're going to start at the top of the list. Kat, I don't suspect you've prepared a limerick or rap for us, have you?
I've prepared both.
Hit it.
Okay. Which do you want first?
I'll take the rap first.
All right. Yo, my name is Kat, and I got nothing to say. Thanks for submitting, and have a nice day. Yeah.
All right. Well, I give that a 5
Yep,
out of
and-
10. And the limerick?
Thank you so much. And the limerick, these idiots called Cal and Grady, who live with this racist old lady, they found a dead body. Their defense was shoddy. Luckily, Jim Carrey is shady.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
wow,
Nice.
that's really good. You're going to have to do that every
Bars.
week. And Rodney
Every
is with us
week.
in the chat. Well, thank you, Rodney. We had a good time reading it. Kat, did you have any feedback aside from that, or you just want to leave it at the raps?
I did have not very much, to be honest. I wrote wedding question mark. Yeah, there's like this girlfriend character sort of suddenly appeared, and I don't really know where she appeared from. It just all seemed a little bit sudden and not foreshadowed anyway. I don't know. It just kind of sprang out of nowhere. But other than that, it's not really my kind of script, but it was well written. I enjoyed reading it. So thank you so much for submitting. Next.
Number 1, thank you for submitting. Number 2, there are some typos spread all throughout. I didn't highlight all of them, but if you could go back through and polish those up, that would make reading a lot less confusing in some areas. Number 3, I get the feeling that you have specific characters that you want these characters to be like. A description of what you had in mind for how they were supposed to present themselves would be extremely helpful. On the other hand, if you were just trying to go with open-ended, I understand that. But a little bit of guidance would have been maybe helpful. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Number 4. I guess it would be a bit helpful if, okay, like Andy Dwyer from Parks and Recreation, like he's stupid. There's no doubt about that. But like there's the things that he does at least follow an internal logic. Cal and Grady's antics here, they don't really seem to. The world just kind of happens around them, and they're just kind of reacting to it. But they're not. It doesn't really feel like they're causing the world around them. Like they end up in the courtroom and they start imitating a bunch of ways they could have murdered the guy, but their actions, they don't, like, leading up to that point, they don't really make a lot of sense. It's just kind of like they say their stuff and then the world happens anyway and brings them into the next area. It would be, I guess, making it so that what they do kind of has an internal logic to it would, I think, help with linking the humor together here. That's all I can think of for now, because just concluding that point, it just kind of feels like all of the scenes here aren't really part of the same script. It feels like they're collected bits from other scripts and not really one unified thing. Done.
Cool. Thank you very much. And moving on now to Juxtaposed. Did you have any thoughts you wanted to share?
I liked it for the most part. It definitely has a simplicity to it that helps with the comedy. However, Agnes is a hit or miss. I say that because I understand that she is, old school racist, but getting those hits out there one after another, like boom, 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 doesn't help drive the humor to an extent where it's like, oh, you crazy old lady. It's more of like, whoa, you crazy old lady, what the hell? But I still enjoyed her for the most part. I really enjoyed voicing the script, had me laughing when I wasn't pressing the push to talk. I agree with Indele, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah.
Yay!
Overlay.
Overlay? Wait.
Enderley.
Oh, God. Enderley. Thank you. Sorry.
Enderman.
Oh my God. But I also feel that some parts were too natural in terms of were like broken down bits and pieces. But like I said, you still had something there. I'm not good at constructive criticism. Great job though. Take care.
Good job. Good job on the feedback. Thank you very much. Moving on now to Kelly. You were very funny as Agnes. What were your thoughts?
So wrong. So wrong. So funny, but so wrong. Agnes ain't a racist. She's a bigot. She's probably neighbors with Archie Bunker. No, she's
bigot.
This this script is. I found this script to be very funny because it's so wrong, and it's played very straight. I mean, these guys. That's one of the things I liked about this script is that these guys were just really ignorant, and that their entire education appears to have been television. And again, and the fact that they don't know how to behave in a courtroom is that's Judge Judy. That's all of these stupid ass small claim arbitration shows that are on, where you're encouraged to disrespect, even though it's a real courtroom, and the judge is real, the bailiff's real. They're basically encouraged to disrespect the judge, and the surroundings, because it's TV and it's got to be. One of the things I missed, and it's been said before, is a continuity between what's going on. There doesn't appear to be any theatrical connection to Agnes, Grady, and Cal. Outside of that fact, we don't see anything that really connects these two except whiskey, and it's all put on her for drinking it. So I would like to see when this is more development on this, because again, it's a good funny script because it is played straight. And I make a distinction between the word bigot and racist because there is a distinction between those two types of individuals. A racist believes they are better. Bigots just don't want to be around them. If Agnes were a racist, she'd be using racist terms to talk about the lawyer. Because while the N-word cannot be used in a script, you could probably still call the lawyer a kike or a heeb and get away with it. But that's the difference. And if you listen to like old episodes of All in the Family, you will hear Archie refer to people. He will never use an N-word. He will never use a term that is actually associated with racism, which are the pejorative words, except maybe talking about his son-in-law because he's a member of the family. He can call him, a Polak. But you won't hear him, addressing his neighbor, George Jefferson with the N-word. You will not hear him address Laurie Shannon, who did two episodes of All in the Family, as a faggot. You might call him a queer, but not as, but you will not hear those words coming out of Archie's mouth because he has a different mindset. He just doesn't want to be around them. Not that he thinks he's better than they are. And then I think that's just a general thing. But again, I'm wandering here because it's what I do best. I would just like to see some more, like I said, cohesiveness in the relationships between Grady, Cal, and Agnes, being more than just, and I didn't really was bothered by the randomness of Brittany coming in because it's a random story anyway. But I think Brittany should be in the courtroom scene as well, if you're going to have her in. So there's a cheering section for everybody in that room. So it brings those three in. And I also think maybe the judge should lose control of the courtroom just a little bit more, where it's borderline cartoon chaos. If that makes any sense. And I'm done. Got my comments there. Fun.
Okay. Thank you, Kelly. I don't know why we have a singing theme going on this week, but I love it. Moving on now to Jukebox. What were your thoughts on the script?
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. No, thanks for the script. It was great. Good read. Pretty funny. I would probably agree with Underway and say that the characters needed to be a little bit more grounded for it to reach the absurdity that I'm sure you wanted through the script. And then also for Agnes, I would say I think it would be better if it were like subtle what she was saying about blacks, Jews, and Saudi Arabians, rather than just literally saying, I don't like the blacks, Jews, or Saudi Arabians. I think maybe the first time it works, but then anytime after that, it would just be kind of a little more subtle. Yeah, I know this is supposed to be pretty absurd, but even with absurdity, I feel like there's a bit of difference between each one of them. Other than that, great job. Good job.
Good job, man. Okay. And last.
Can I just?
Oh,
can I
yes.
just say,
Yes, Enderley.
Can I say quick thing?
Go ahead.
So, I just want to say what I was thinking about the whole time that Agnes was being read You know that character from Bringing Down the House who's like the super white old lady who's just so prim and proper. And then there's a scene where she runs out of her house with a golf club and she's like, whatever the main character's name is, "Are you all right? I thought I heard Negro." That sort of thing. That's I mean, like, I agree with the idea that maybe she says the things a bit too often, but like, if I were going for a character archetype here, I would have it just be like this perfect granny, and then she just pops the shit out of her mouth. That would be funny. Maybe expected. I don't know. Maybe it's cliche, but I think that'd be funny because it's been funny in the past, and I'd like to see it again. Anyway, that's it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, man. Cool. All right. Now, last but not least, Cheddar.
Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. Sorry, I thought everybody else was singing. So, but yeah, thank you for submitting your script. And it was crude and idiotic and offensive and pretty darn funny. So good job. I don't have too many notes. I agree with what Andrele was saying about how the characters, the jokes, they're kind of just like, a lot of them are just kind of random wackiness and they don't really have a cohesion. So it could use a little more substance to it, I guess. I think that the very first kind of joke in the whole script is kind of a clunker. The one about how he thinks the sun is a yellow frisbee. I think that just kind of doesn't work, and it introduces your character as being like way stupider, like way too stupid to live if he doesn't know what the sun is. So it's like, and then he's stupid, but he's kind of has this internal logic. At least he knows all these big words. He doesn't know how to use them properly, but he's like functional. Someone who doesn't know what the sun is not even functional enough to exist, I think. So for me, that joke doesn't work, but there's a lot of jokes that do work, and I think it's a pretty funny script. So yeah, good job. Keep going with this.
Sweet. Okay, thank you, Cheddar. Well, that is the end of our show. If you're watching and you would like to submit a script, we will perform it absolutely free. Just go to twitchtablereads.com. We accept shorts, features, and TV pilots. And if you want to be a voice actor, just join our Discord group. And I posted the link for that in the chat as well. So that's the end of our show. We'll be back next week, same time, Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific. Say goodbye, everybody.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Volunteer for next week.
I mean, honestly,
Y'all come back now, you hear?
I feel like